And I want to welcome you to the 2023 Pinnacle Awards.
The honorees that we have this year, they're just amazing. We have so many categories, and I think it really highlights how wonderful Greater Boston is for women.
Look around the room filled with champions and remember how there are so many people cheering you on. That feeling, that's what I love about the Women's Network and what it is all about.
Times have changed, and certainly as that goes on, we want to make sure that we celebrate that and that we give platform to those women leaders so that the rest of the world can see what's going on here in Boston and Massachusetts.
This is always such a special event, a place where we come together to celebrate and to honor the accomplishments of our leaders. This year in particular, women leaders, as it turns out. And I look around this room full of incredibly talented, strong, accomplished women, successful women who day in and day out have been driving change across this state.
Unfortunately, two of our honorees couldn't be here today. The former First Lady, Lauren Baker, and Congresswoman Clark. They both sent along great videos.
I am humbled and inspired to be sharing the stage with so many incredible women, trailblazers from the public, private, and nonprofit sectors. Whether it be in the boardroom, the courtroom, or the hearing room, we know that when women have a seat at the table, families have a voice in setting the agenda. And I cannot thank you, the Chamber's Women's Network, enough for your commitment and partnership in building a more inclusive and equitable economy in Greater Boston and beyond.
As I reflect on the path of my professional life, I realize it's been anything but a straight line. It's peppered with pivots and pauses, thrilling successes, and humbling failures. It hasn't been anything like what I expected. So for those of you whose career paths haven't been what you expected, or who still don't know what you want to be when you grow up, I would say just keep going, because unexpected twists and turns can create a career that's even better than you had planned.
Boston has the diversity within it as far as business, education, and all of the different opportunities here that women can really take advantage of. And if we look at the changing landscape of Boston and all of the great organizations that are here really to support women, help them achieve and help them advance, it really is a place where you can be nurtured, you can be mentored, you can find a group of like peers that really help to elevate your stature throughout your career in New England.
I think it's important for women to surround themselves with other women who inspire them, and for you to think about for them to think about their networks in a three-dimensional way, so that there are people behind you, that there are peers who can support each other and really, give each other that pat on the back, and that there are people that you can think of in a mentoring or sponsorship role. And I think that's important to cultivate and to be very purposeful about it.
The most inspiration I take is from my employees. I kind of lead by a mantle of doing well for having done right. There's such great application of that thought across not only leadership, but then across everything you can do for your employees. I have about 750 employees. Every one of them contributes to our company, and everyone owns the success that we've had. And so I feel really inspired by that as well.
Unfortunately, Sandra is not feeling well today and could not be with us, but she did send a message that I have an honor to read today. Be true to yourself. My advice is to be yourself and embrace all your qualities. Leaders who are compassionate, good listeners, and decisive make great leaders.
My mentors really inspire me, specifically people who have really unrelenting optimism and faith in humanity, and that help me fight my own cynicism. Find a passion that matters to you. Be persistent, and don't let others' perception of you or others' expectations of you try to define you.
Embrace who you are, the differences, your differences. So when I came here, as I said, Muslim, Syrian woman, immigrant to the US, you walk into a room with this weird accent in English, and people and they notice you're a woman. People will not forget who you are. That's an asset. You should embrace who you are and just make the best out of it, because that's essentially what you have.
What is success? Can we measure success by whether
our investments, our preparedness, our commitment to each other helps people believe in a better day. It's not unicorns and rainbows. It's not dreaming of a world where nothing is wrong. It's just sort of accepting reality, but also knowing that we have agency, we have an ability to prepare, to look the bad in the eye and try to fix it and do better next time.
In an age when things can seem chaotic and without resolution, it is so often local efforts, partnerships, and goodwill to one another that can help us move forward.